Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be working on my Bobcat 763. I had an issue where the lights just stopped working, and the fuse is fine, the relay is fine, everything is fine, but when I go to push the button on the control panel, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't light up. So in the process of trying to troubleshoot this issue, I took this panel down, which I'm going to do right now, and unhooked the wiring harness here, and attempted to see if I could find any issues, within the wiring. I also took the back of this cover off to expose the control board to see if maybe there was something burnt out, and that all looked fine. Now, the issue that I ran into is when I plugged everything back in, nothing worked. So I would get all the lights light up here, but then when I tried to engage my hydraulics or do any of these buttons up here, nothing worked. So then I had to take this back off and start inspecting this some more. And if I can get in there and show you, some of these pins are broken. Now this one I had taken out, and this one I had taken out, and this one I had taken out to try to rebend and get some kind of contact in there, but ultimately it doesn't work. So I had to go and find the pins that were in this connector, and they ended up being 18 to 16 gauge sealed female Metra 150 series. And I ordered, this pack because it was the easiest, that would come the fastest, and so that's what I've got. So I'm going to attempt to try to redo these connectors, and hopefully that fixes my problem. Okay, now I'm going to use a mechanic's pick, probably this side here, to go in under the pin, and that should push it out. And of course, before you do that, you've got to take this protector off of here. So when you push that push pin in, it pushes this little itty bitty tab right there. Pushes that tab out of the way, and then you're just able to pull that out the back. So I'm going to do this one at a time, and hopefully I will be able to fix the issue. Okay, now not all of these are broken, but I'm going to go ahead and replace them all anyways, just because they're probably going to break, the ones that I don't replace, sometime in the future. Okay, now this is the one that's broken, and if I can just focus right here on that part, you can see how that tab in there is broken. Okay, now here is a new one, and that tab that goes in there goes all the way up on the new ones, and that's what creates the contact. So that's what I'm going to replace. Okay, so here's the first one that I've taken off, and this is an original, and basically all I did was peel this back. Okay, so peeled that back like so, and then you're able to push the rubber seal back, and then just cut the connector off, or the pin off. Okay, so here's the new pin, all crimped on. And now I've just got about 8 more times to go, because I've already done a couple of them. Okay, now with this particular crimping tool, I've got to do this twice. So I've got to come in this way first and leave this part out, or else I will squish the little rubber grommet too much, and I don't want to do that. So I've got to crimp one side, and then I come back and do a light crimp on the grommet. Okay, here's the first crimp, and then I'll come back and do a light crimp on the grommet. Alright, I've got all the pins replaced, all brand new, nice fresh crimps. So let's go ahead and hook up the control panel, and I'm going to pray and hope that this was the issue. Because if it's not the issue, that tells me that the control panel is probably bad and I need to send that out to get replaced. But I'm pretty sure it's the issue because the hydraulic, everything worked with the exception of the lights prior to taking this off. So let's get this hooked up. Okay, I've got it plugged back in. I'm going to start the key up here. So, you know, I always got all the trouble lights that came up. And even when I put the lap bar down, my seat light would come up. But when I go to hit the hydraulics or the lights or anything else, nothing would work. So let's try the lights. Let's see if I get something there. No, I still don't get anything on the lights. Alright, let me try to start it up. Well, I've got to say that the initial light issue was probably due to those pins being broken, or one or two of the pins being broken. This new issue is probably likely from me taking this off and opening up the back. Although I didn't touch anything or do anything wrong with it, I think that's where this new problem lies. So I'm probably going to have to send this out to have it looked at and get it repaired.